The Knicks' perennial quest for a star player is a constant topic during basketball season, as the latest critique arose from TNT's Kenny Smith, who scrutinized the Knicks roster during their recent in-season tournament loss to the Milwaukee Bucks. Smith emphasized the absence of star power at the top and highlighted that, in his view, the Knicks consistently feature the second-best player on the court against their opponent. While this viewpoint may be subjective, with exceptions like Jalen Brunson, the overarching critique of the Knicks lacking a megastar is a well-known aspect. The Knicks front office is well aware of the need for a star player to elevate the team to the level of contenders like the Bucks and Boston Celtics. However, their current outlook seemingly aligns with their preseason stance, suggesting that they don't foresee a significant star becoming available during the season. Despite this, they appear to remain open to other strategic moves, potentially smaller ones, to enhance the team's performance in the short term, while keeping an eye on the possibility of acquiring a star player in the future. A crucial date on the NBA calendar, December 15th, marks the eligibility for most players who signed free agent contracts in the offseason to be traded. Although major deals typically materialize closer to the trade deadline in February, this milestone could signal the beginning of trade discussions and player movements. In one of our earlier videos, titled State of Emmanuel Quickley, Joel Embiid, and the Knicks, we discussed how the likelihood of the Knicks acquiring Joel Embiid has significantly diminished following the James Harden trade and Philadelphia's improved ability to enhance their team this upcoming summer. The Sixers are already formidable in the Eastern Conference with the duo of Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid. Considering other available stars at this point, it's notable that the Knicks have shown no interest in Zach LaVine, and this sentiment appears to be shared across the league. LaVine has 3 years remaining on his contract after this season, including a $49 million player option in 2026-27. His injury history, substantial contract, and defensive limitations make him an unattractive option. DeMar DeRozan is another player the Knicks should not pursue. Even if he were available for free, there is little inclination to acquire him at this stage. At 34, DeRozan no longer carries the status of a star player, and his shooting inconsistency and lack of contribution to court spacing are deterrents. Additionally, his preferred playing areas overlap with the Knicks' key players. While he showcased decent defensive skills last year, there has been a decline in his defensive performance this season. Nikola Vucevic, despite making more money than Mitchell Robinson, is not considered a superior player to Mitch. The Timberwolves, led by Karl-Anthony Towns, are among the top teams in the West, making Towns an unlikely target for the Knicks, as the Wolves are unlikely to dismantle their core. The likelihood of Donovan Mitchell seeking a trade from Cleveland, especially if they continue to struggle, remains a possibility. However, Cleveland may not actively explore trade deals until the summer, at the earliest. Before we move on, we know you wouldn't want to miss out on more exclusive content like this. So, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel to stay updated with all the latest in the world of the Knicks. Let's continue. Fred Katz of The Athletic recently reported that individuals within the Knicks front office are recognizing the emergence of a situation where the team has an excess of players. This sentiment follows recent expressions of discontent from players like Grimes, who voiced his concerns about his role, and Hart, who, a few games earlier, discussed his desire for more offensive opportunities. Quickley, despite being in a contract year, is seeing limited playing time at just 24 minutes per game, and DiVincenzo's minutes have decreased compared to his time with the Golden State Warriors last season. There is speculation about a potential consolidation trade on the horizon. For instance, someone like Alex Caruso would fit perfectly playing alongside the Knicks' other 4 starters. Caruso is known for his excellent defensive skills and is a terrific 46% three-point shooter this year. The league is also closely observing how the Knicks handle Quickley, who will become a restricted free agent in 2024 after failing to reach an extension agreement before the current season. In a potential trade scenario, the Knicks could attach Quickly or Grimes, who has seen reduced minutes amid recent struggles, to Evan Fournier to acquire a player with a salary in the mid-$20 million range or less. The one player that can be had at a position of need for the Knicks on that list is Kyle Kuzma. However, the feasibility of such a deal would hinge on the Wizards' asking price. Is Kuzma worth the Knicks putting in some of their chips for? Not unless there is a significant master plan to be able to add on to a Kuzma move to become a title contender. On the other hand, acquiring Bojan Bogdanovic could represent a more strategic move where the Knicks enhance the team's capabilities without significantly depleting their assets. As the trade deadline approaches, the Knicks might actively explore opportunities to leverage Fournier's salary and a draft pick for an upgrade at a position with specific needs. While the team already boasts a deep rotation, any potential trade involving a non-rotational player for a three-point shooting forward, a beneficial addition to the roster, would likely necessitate supplementary transactions. Drawing parallels from past trades, such as last season's acquisition of Josh Hart by trading Cam Reddish and a first-round pick to the Portland Trail Blazers, exemplifies the Knicks' proactive approach to bolstering the roster. An intriguing prospect revolves around the Toronto Raptors and their decisions at the trade deadline. With three significant players, Pascal Siakam, OG Anunoby, and Gary Trent Jr., on expiring deals, and the team hovering around 500 for 2 consecutive seasons, the Raptors' stance becomes pivotal. The Knicks had previously expressed interest in Anunoby, but serious discussions never materialized. Despite Anunoby's impressive performance this season and potential all-defense team member, the uncertainty surrounding the lawsuit involving the Raptors could impact the likelihood of a trade between the two teams. This dynamic situation warrants careful observation. Sports bettors. Your favorite sportsbook, BetUS.com, is back. Real-time in-game betting, incredible odds with daily odds boosters, props and parlays, fast payouts, and exceptional customer service. We got it all. Who do you like in today's NBA action? Check out the link in the description to receive a 125% bonus match on your deposit when you sign up for BetUS.com, where the game begins. The Knicks and Mitchell Robinson received extremely discouraging news learning that the team's starting center would be sidelined for a minimum of 8 to 10 weeks due to a stress fracture in his left ankle. Following this period, he will undergo reassessment to determine the possibility of his return. It's crucial to note that the phrase "re-evaluated in" differs significantly from a guaranteed "will return by." Looking ahead, the 8-week mark falls on February 5th, encompassing approximately 29 games. Extending to 10 weeks brings us to the midpoint of the All-Star break, accounting for 34 games. While a return on February 22nd, marking the first game post-break against Philly, appears plausible, there remains uncertainty, and this injury might unfortunately result in Robinson missing a substantial portion, if not more than half, of the season. Mitchell Robinson is a pivotal figure in the foundational strategies of the Knicks on both ends of the court, serving as a defensive rim protector, minimizing opponent shot opportunities, and actively contributing to offensive plays by crashing the glass. His performance likely played a central role in the Knicks securing victories against predominantly mediocre and weaker teams this season, highlighting his indispensable role. Conversely, his limitations have been a notable factor in the losses against top-tier teams thus far. While Hartenstein and Sims do not replicate Mitch's unique skill set, each brings some versatility to the table. Hartenstein stands out with his passing and offensive movement, while Sims' strength is his switchability on the defensive end. It is imperative for Thibodeau and Mitch's teammates to embrace these distinct strengths to compensate for Mitch's absence. This situation presents a monumental challenge for both backup centers and underscores. The coaching staffs need to adapt to varying personnel with different skill sets. Tom Thibodeau takes immense pride in having the most well-prepared team in the NBA, a commitment that begins on the first day of training camp. In Thibodeau's system, earning trust for significant playing time requires being present and engaged from the outset. While there are quality centers available in the league, acquiring their services comes at a high cost, essentially involving a temporary rental with a fixed expiration date unless another unexpected trade unfolds. In light of this, there's one player who could seamlessly join the team, play 15 valuable minutes each game, possessing an intimate understanding of the roster, system, and team culture, all without necessitating the need to trade of any assets: Taj Gibson. While some may find this suggestion amusing, it holds merit on various levels. Gibson's unwavering professionalism and consistent approach make him a reliable option, whether playing extensive minutes or being inactive for extended periods. Given his seasoned experience as a true professional, it would not be a surprise if the Knicks considered reaching out to him. During Mitchell Robinson's absence, Jericho Sims is likely to assume the starting role, barring injury or a significant decline in the starting lineup's performance. Opting for Sims as a starter doesn't rule out the possibility of Thibodeau finishing games with Hartenstein. There might even be instances of deploying small ball tactics, particularly against specific opponents, but only if the team is trailing in the game.